Hello, and welcome to MetroPsychologist, your go-to channel for relationship advice, dating insights, work-life balance strategies, and couples counseling. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on our expert-backed psychological discussions. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating yet often misunderstood topic, the narcissist's deep-seated fear of abandonment. When we think of narcissists, we often picture individuals who are confident, self-absorbed, and emotionally detached. They may appear to thrive on admiration and validation from others, but beneath this carefully crafted exterior lies a profound and often hidden fear, the fear of abandonment. This fear is one of the driving forces behind many narcissistic behaviors, shaping how they interact in relationships, friendships, and even the workplace. But what causes this fear, and how does it manifest? Let's explore the origins of the narcissist's fear of abandonment. At its core, the fear of abandonment in narcissists often stems from early childhood experiences. Many individuals with narcissistic traits or full-blown narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, have experienced some form of emotional neglect, inconsistent parenting, or outright abandonment during their formative years. Emotional neglect. If a child's emotional needs were ignored or dismissed, they learn that they must fend for themselves emotionally. This breeds an intense need for control in relationships as adults. Overvaluation and devaluation. Some narcissists were raised in environments where they were excessively praised but also harshly criticized. This inconsistency creates a deep insecurity. They crave admiration but constantly fear rejection. Abandonment trauma. Some may have experienced literal abandonment, such as an absent parent or a sudden loss of emotional support, leading them to develop coping mechanisms that revolve around never allowing themselves to be vulnerable again. How fear of abandonment manifests in narcissistic behavior. Because abandonment is such a terrifying concept for narcissists, they develop behaviors, both conscious and unconscious, to avoid experiencing it. These behaviors often appear as toxic traits in relationships. 1. Excessive need for validation. Narcissists seek constant admiration and validation from others to reassure themselves that they are not alone or unimportant. Compliments and attention act as a temporary buffer against their deep-seated insecurities. 2. Control and manipulation. To prevent others from leaving them, narcissists may resort to controlling behaviors. They may dictate how their partner dresses, whom they interact with, or how they spend their time. This gives them a false sense of security. 3. Love bombing and devaluation cycle. At the beginning of a relationship, a narcissist may engage in love bombing, showering their partner with affection and grand gestures. However, as soon as they feel secure, they begin to devalue their partner, pushing them away emotionally to maintain control over the relationship. 4. Fear of emotional intimacy. Despite their desire for closeness, narcissists are terrified of true emotional intimacy. They fear that if they become too vulnerable, they will be abandoned. To protect themselves, they maintain an emotional distance. 5. Extreme reactions to rejection. Even minor forms of rejection, such as a partner not answering a text immediately, can trigger an intense emotional response. A narcissist may lash out, become distant, or even attempt to make their partner jealous to regain a sense of control. How this fear affects their relationships. Narcissists often cycle through unhealthy relationship patterns due to their fear of abandonment. They might sabotage relationships before they get too serious to maintain control over the narrative. Cling to toxic relationships because the fear of being alone is worse than staying in an unhealthy dynamic. Seek new sources of validation when they sense that a current relationship is weakening. Gaslight or guilt trip partners into staying, making them feel responsible for the narcissist's emotional well-being. Can a narcissist overcome their fear of abandonment? The good news is that while narcissistic traits are deeply ingrained, change is possible with self-awareness and professional help. Therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, and trauma-focused therapy can help narcissists address their fear of abandonment and develop healthier relationship patterns. Self-reflection. If a narcissist is open to change, engaging in self-reflection and working through past wounds can help them form deeper, more meaningful connections. Healthy relationships. With effort, narcissists can learn to build relationships based on trust and mutual respect rather than control and validation. However, change is difficult for those who are unwilling to acknowledge their behaviors. If you're in a relationship with a narcissist, it's crucial to set firm boundaries and prioritize your own mental health. Conclusion: protecting yourself in a relationship with a narcissist. If you suspect that your partner, friend, or colleague struggles with a deep fear of abandonment and exhibits narcissistic behaviors, the best approach is to set clear and firm boundaries. Avoid getting drawn into manipulation tactics. Encourage professional help, but don't expect immediate change. Prioritize your own mental and emotional well-being. If you found this video insightful, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to MetroPsychologist. Your support helps us create more content that promotes mental wellness and understanding in relationships. Also, let us know in the comments, have you ever encountered someone with a deep fear of abandonment? What were the signs? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.